Hey guys, Sam here, and welcome to a different video on the channel today. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a full-on Leeds United career mode done today, so I thought why not go back to one of our most popular FIFA 17 experiment series, and we'll go with the Versus series. It was one of the more well-received ones in FIFA 17. I thought I'd continue it into FIFA 18 and do some different ones, but also maybe revisit some ones that we did in FIFA 17 and see if the results are different. And today we're going to start with something very, very basic, and that is the shortest team in FIFA 18 versus the tallest team in FIFA 18, and we're going to see which of these teams is better. If you guys want to see more experiment videos and you want to see more versus, then definitely leave a like on the video, and if you have any suggestions for future versus experiment videos, then put them in the comments down below. Without further ado, let's take a look at the two teams. So this is what the shortest team looks like. It's a 3-5-2 formation because finding short defenders is very difficult, and even finding a short goalkeeper, I'm surprised there's a 70+ rated goalkeeper. Perez, I think he's 5'8". So yeah, difficult to find the short players in those positions. But you can see there are some key players there. You got Insigne on the left, Jovinko up front, and that's Pablo Piatti on the right-hand side. You got Morales, Elton, they're decent rated as well. Villalba up front. So some okay players on the bench. Al Abed Samaritano, I don't even know who that is. Ryan Frazier's there as well. So you got some okay players. I really thought that Marco Verratti would actually make the cut for this team, but unfortunately for him, and for anybody that wanted to see Marco Verratti in this experiment, he actually doesn't qualify for this experiment, which is one of the experiments you'd expect him to qualify for. He's 5'5", so he just misses out on being one of the shortest players in the game, which is crazy because when you think about it, usually when you think of short players, he's the one that comes to mind. In terms of the tallest players, I mean, it's pretty obvious. You got some players that you just expect. Pantilimon, Mertesacker, Crouch, Traore. These are all players that we know are incredibly tall. You also got Naldo in the defense, which I think is a pretty good addition. Prodl is actually not bad as well. 79 rated. He's okay. You got Alexander Meyer in the cam position. Sane, who's really, he's a centre-back, but he can play defensive midfield. So yeah, it's an okay team. Peter Crouch is really like the one that you'd expect. I mean, when you think of tall players, he's the one that comes to mind. It's in their position. So someone like Zlatan Ibrahimovic, just in case somebody thinks that he should have been in this team, he's actually not in the top, I think, 4 tallest strikers. I think I put 4 strikers in this team. It might only be 3 even. He's not as tall as Crouch or Traore or Onuachu. And that's my best attempt at pronouncing that name. So keep that in mind. If you're gonna leave a comment telling me that I missed someone, keep in mind that it's to that position. But also, if you actually see a legitimate one that I forgot, let me know in the comments below, because sometimes with FIFA, those heights, it doesn't work properly when I'm searching them. Sometimes it just misses out players. So yeah, I might have missed some, but this is the best that you're gonna get at least. So before we get halfway through the season, these two teams actually have to play each other. So we're going to do a simmed game, and we're going to see which of these two come out on top, and maybe they can grab some points off of each other, because honestly, both these teams are going to struggle in the Premier League. They're not bad teams, but they shouldn't be doing too well in the Premier League. So it'll be a great opportunity to take points of each other. So let's take a look at how the first game ends up. Okay, so game 1 is the tall team home game, and I would say that they have the better team overall. So I'm thinking, I mean, the shorter team has Jovinko and also Insigne, and they're real key players, but overall, like I said, the tallest player, I think the tall team is better. Crouch puts the tall team up 1-0, Prodl makes it 2, and any guesses as to how they're scoring these goals? I mean, surely these are headed goals, surely these are off set pieces or something. Can you just imagine this game actually playing out? I mean, surely it would just be 2 headers that just got the win there for the tallest team. Halfway through the season, and Chelsea is at the top of the table. Leicester's also up there. West Brom somehow in the top 4, but nothing too... I mean, Spurs struggling is probably the biggest surprise out of all of this. In terms of the bottom of the table, the tall team is in 17th. The short team only has 5 points, and they are definitely struggling on both the attacking and defensive ends. So unfortunate for them, they sit dead last, and it looks like they're definitely getting relegated. That's a huge gap after 19 games. Of course, there's still one more game to be played between these two, so an opportunity for the short team to maybe grab some points there, but I have no idea. Those statistics are not very reassuring at all. It's not looking good. At least it's the home game for the short team, so maybe they have a chance of picking up points here. I'm not sure. I mean, they weren't that bad away. They only lost 2-0, so maybe if they can get some magic... Okay, no. They can't, I'm sorry. Myers put the tall team up 1-0, and that's... I mean, I'm guessing so far all 3 goals that have been scored against the short team are headers. That's my guess. Sane makes it 2-0. And that's 4 different scorers with 4 goals across the 2 games here for the tall team. So they should be very proud of themselves. And Naldo makes it 3 for good measure. And that is just a dismantling of the short team there. That's embarrassing. I don't want to see how many points. I don't think the short team's going to get that many points at all. I wonder if they'll hit double digits, because they had 5 points halfway through. So let's take a look at how many they have at the end of the season. Righty, at the end of the season, Chelsea hung on for that win, and they seem to have a pretty comfortable journey to the Premier League title. Liverpool in 2nd, Arsenal 3rd, and Leicester 4th. Spurs with a resurgence in the second half of the season, seeing themselves to 5th. And the tall team actually survives relegation. They sit in 17th, and the short team picked up a decent haul of points in the second half of the season. They had 5 going into the first half of the season. They picked up 14 in the second half of the season, but look at that defensive record. That's ridiculous. 78 goals conceded in the season. Hey, they scored more than Huddersfield though, so not all bad. They had a better attack than Huddersfield. That's pretty good. In terms of the tall team, like I said, they escaped relegation by just 1 point over Newcastle United. And yeah, they conceded a lot of goals as well, but they were able to score a couple, outscoring, 4 different teams. So not the worst for the tall team. Like I said, I thought overall they were the better team, with the short team just having a few key players. So in terms of the top goal scorers, the only person from any of the teams that registered anything was Jovinko with 13 goals here, which is quite an effort because the short team only scored 28 through the season. That's nearly half their goals, so that's a decent effort from Jovinko. Seems like he was carrying the team, which isn't too surprising. That is it. That is the end of today's experiment video, guys. Now, I know that Rich has been actually playing, or at least making the computer play the games against each other. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments below, because I'm actually down to do that, but I'm not sure I'll do it for both the games. I think maybe we'll show just one of the games, because I think this one actually would have been fun to watch, like a tall team versus a short team. I think that actually would have been fun to watch. So if that's something that you guys want to see in the future, let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, we can just sort of keep it like this, keep them short, just show the results and how many points they get and if the teams are any good. Up to you guys, let me know in the comments below. But that's it for today's video, guys. I'm sorry I didn't have an actual career mode for you. There will be one for you tomorrow, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy today's video. Hope you had a good day. I'll see you guys in the next one very soon. Keep it real.